I'd like to take a look with you this morning at the results of our most recent BrightBytes survey that we did across the district. We're going to look first at the district results, sort of a 30,000 feet view of what's going on with technology across the district. This survey gives us a result by way of a maturity scale. So if you look across the screen, you'll see that gray indicates a beginning skill, something that people are just learning to do. Emerging is a little more advanced on up through proficient, advanced, which is green, and exemplary, which is blue. So this report is not to be seen as a grade or a check sheet. It's just a measure of where we are and gives us a chance to set some goals to move forward and to use our technology in the best way possible. So in looking at the district results, in the classroom domain, you'll notice that we have a hotspot here where we are dealing with teachers using the 4 C's as it relates to technology. It's important that we point out that this survey doesn't say that we are not communicating and collaborating and thinking creatively and critically in our classrooms. It just indicates that we are not using our technology to accomplish these things as we could. Also in the classroom domain, we are in the proficient range where students' use of the 4 C's is concerned, with digital citizenship, both with teachers and students, and with some assessment techniques and strategies with our technology, as well as with assistive technology, giving students some things to accommodate their learning styles. Our access in the district is growing every year. A lot of our bond money was spent on access points this year, and at the high school we've worked through some bugs to get our connectivity issues worked out. So the access domain is really one of the bright spots in our district-wide survey. As far as foundational skills go, our teachers seem to be in great shape. They're in the exemplary range across the district. Our students are in the advanced range, and this is great information because this indicates that the setting is great for us to use technology in some of the ways that we're addressing in our classroom domain. One of the things that's interesting about this survey over the past 3 years, 2 years ago, the multimedia area of this skills domain, teachers using multimedia in their classrooms, was down in the proficient range. And through a couple of summers of training, we have focused on some tools that give teachers the ability not only to use multimedia, videos, collages, pictures, podcasts in instructional ways, but also to allow students to use those tools to show their learning. So we believe that we're making a difference and giving some teachers some tools to use, and that has changed the domain across the district where multimedia skills are concerned. In the environment domain across the district, we look at policies and procedures. We talk about the responses of teachers across the district to our filtering policies. We ask questions about how well teachers and other stakeholders feel that they are supported when using technology. Things like how quickly does our department respond when there is an event that interrupts instruction. So our department sits down and looks at this survey result as well and sets some goals to improve. We come out in the advanced level, but there's always room for improvement there. So just know that we are looking at this information as a department and trying to get better in the areas that we serve teachers in our district. The area of the area of professional learning is important to us because there's a question in here that asks teachers what kind of professional development they need as far as technology is concerned. District-wide, this domain has come out in the area of using multimedia in classrooms for the past 3 years until this year. And district-wide, the request for professional development related to technology has flipped places, and the top request across the district now is classroom management related to using technology that is now living in our classrooms. I think this can be explained by remembering that we've deployed 1,500 Chromebooks at the high school, and teachers are requesting help in ways to use those Chromebooks, maybe in small group settings, 10 at a time. And so we're paying attention to that piece of information for our summer training this year, which brings me back to the point that we use the results of this BrightBytes survey district-wide to drive the topics of summer training, the places we focus, and the strategies that we build in to those courses. We're going to switch screens and look just at Oakwoods. And your login as a member of the technology committee and Mr. Cody as the principal will give you access just to your campus, but you'll have some comparison features. You'll be able to compare this survey time to the last one that we did, or to surveys that came earlier. So when you select over time, the March 2017 survey is the latest one. So I'm going to filter those results out. This is the Oakwoods dashboard, and what you'll discover when you use the link that I sent you to log in, you'll discover that everywhere you click, there is more and more information. Just in looking at this, as I said, from the 30,000 feet view, you've great access, teachers and students, to technology both at school and at home. Foundational skills are excellent. We've got some areas where we can make a difference, I believe, with some goal setting, with teachers using online materials, students using online materials. And remember that this is not a grade sheet. This is a maturity scale. So because of the ages of the students that were surveyed, which were third graders through fifth graders, you would expect that online use of resources would be in some emerging states. So just consider when you're looking at your results who answered the questions on the survey. As you look at the classroom domain, yours reflect the districts as well. The hotspots are the teacher's use of the 4 C's, and just know that we are focusing on those areas in summer training, not only with technology, but I know in the curriculum department as well. But we will be working to give teachers some strategies to use and support the 4 C's in classrooms. Digital citizenship is always a hot topic with us, because when you have students who are connected online as much of the time as our students are, it really is important that as teachers and as students and as instructional support people, we pay attention to the fact that we need to shore up our digital citizenship efforts. We're going to talk this summer about different ways to use our devices and our resources to provide some more effective formative assessment. So your dashboard really reflects what's going on in the district, and we also want to be able to speak directly to the needs of your campus. So what I would like to offer you, after you have a chance to look at your dashboard, and anywhere you click on this dashboard will give you more and more information. If you click on the classroom domain, you can break these down. Let's look at the teacher's use of the 4 C's, for example, and you can choose one of these, teacher frequency of computer use in the classroom. And these are the results just of your campus. So 92% of the teachers on your campus are using computers in their classroom almost daily. And that's awesome. So the information that you're going to get, the deeper you dig into this dashboard, I think will be great for affirming what you're doing, and hopefully for setting some goals as you move forward. So we can move around in this dashboard. There's a little breadcrumb trail up here. We'll talk about collaboration briefly and show you some of the questions and information. So when teachers were asked how often they ask their students to collaborate online with their classmates, 50% of them said, we never do this. 17% of them said we do this almost weekly. So there's good information there, places to start. And remember, this is not a red X from the teacher's pen. This is a maturity scale and a place where we can start to set some goals. When you're looking at your information, I encourage you to look at the details underneath about why this matters. There's good research and reasoning behind why the questions are being asked. And what I'd like to do is offer you the chance to come as a team, as a campus, for a day in July where we can sit down and just look at Oakwood's information and set some goals for some campus-wide projects, perhaps for next year. So thanks for your time, and please give me a call if you have any questions.